Hello developers, my name is Matt Rabel. Today I'd like to show you how to get started with the Okta CLI and JHipster. Let's giddy up! The first thing you'll need is Node installed. I have Node 14 and Java 11. And then you can install JHipster using npm-g generator JHipster. Once you have JHipster installed, you can create a directory and run JHipster in it. I'm also going to run skip install because Gradle or Maven will do that for me. I'll choose a monolithic application. We'll call it blog. No reactive. We'll just choose the defaults for most things except for OAuth for authentication. And we're going to use Cypress for end-to-end testing. Once our project is created, you'll want to start Keycloak. I have an alias for that called JHKeycloak up. You can see what it looks like there. So JHKeycloak up. Then I can start it with the mvnw. Now you should be able to log in at localhost 8080. Click sign in, redirects you to Keycloak, and boom, you're signed in. Well, let's prove everything works. Open up a new terminal and run npm run e2e to run all the Cypress tests. There you go. All tests pass. And so if you generated entities and had CRUD functionality in this app, it would also run those tests as well. So let's exit out of there. Let's stop this one. And now we'll use Okta CLI to register this app with Okta. You do Okta apps create JHipster. It'll prompt you for a name. I'll just accept the default. And then you'll see it prompt you for the redirect URIs, but it also knows what JHipsters are. The second one, that 8761, that is for the JHipster registry if you're running in a microservices environment. And so you'll see it did a number of things. First of all, it created an OIDC application on Okta. It created a groups claim and added the roles in there. And then it also created those groups if they didn't exist. So they already existed, it didn't have to create those. And you'll see it wrote everything to this okta.env file. So if we were to look at that, you can see it's got the Spring security settings. It overrides the defaults for Keycloak. And now you can source that and start it, and it will use Okta. So let's try signing in manually first. You'll see it still has my data in there, so let's delete that. If we go into application and storage, clear site data, refresh, now it knows I'm not logged in, and I can click sign in. Takes me to Okta, I use my Okta credentials, and I'm logged in with my Okta account. So you can see that was pretty simple to set up. We can also run end-to-end tests. So for Cypress to work with Okta, you have to override the username and password environment variables. So those are Cypress E2E username, and then Cypress E2E password, and then run npm run E2E. You can see there all of the Cypress tests pass with Okta 2. Yes! Alright, so the last thing, I just want to show you what it looks like in the Okta admin console. If you did Okta login, it'll print out your org URL. You can click on that, and I'm already logged in, so it takes me right to it. If you go to applications, you can see your OIDC apps here, and you'll see that blog app we created that's client ID and client secret. And then it uses authorization code flow and those sign in redirect URIs and sign out redirect URIs. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, follow my team on Twitter at OktaDev. Follow me on Twitter at mrabel, especially if you like classic Volkswagens. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hope you have a great day. Cheers!